Here. Oh, all right. So hi, my name is Chloe Longfree. I'm a Brownfield, Maine resident, and I'm a student at the University of Southern Maine. I'm studying environmental planning and policy, and I'm here to talk about green initiatives in hopes that Brownfield can be a trailblazer for sustainability as a small town. So the purpose is to encourage increased green initiatives in town with hopes of Brownfield being a trailblazer for small town green initiatives in Oxford County, Maine, reducing town costs, encouraging town growth, and maybe encouraging youth to stay longer. So first topic is Garbage to Garden. So Garbage to Garden is a composting company based out of Portland. They offer business composting and event composting. Am I going too fast? Sorry. So they offer business composting and event composting. So for business composting, I'm seeing this as an opportunity for Brownfield to reduce waste produced like at the rec center or in public buildings, assuming those locations produce food waste. And then event composting, I see this as an opportunity for Brownfield to reduce food waste produced at town events. So ideally, we would divert food waste from the trash and reduce the amount of trash waste produced. Second topic is Clank. So Clank is a bottle recycling company, also based out of Portland. I noticed that, I don't know if you guys also noticed, but a lot of like smaller groups, the library, Friends of Rec, are starting to use Clank as like a fundraising sort of opportunity. So I was wondering if Brownfield would be interested in using Clank in like public buildings, like the town office, or other places to bring some funds back into town. I was also wondering if it would be possible to get like a shipping container somewhere just to bring Clank collection closer to Brownfield to encourage more people to participate. I'm currently working with Maine Health and they use a shipping container. They have a contract with Clank that they fill the shipping container and then it gets taken away like once a month. So I see this as an opportunity for Brownfield to bring money back into the town. And then another topic is Go Maine, which is a collaboration of the Maine DOT and the Maine Turnpike Authority, which promotes healthy, economical, and eco-friendly modes of travel. They basically provide trip planning services, assisting employers and employees with commute options. They work with planning agencies, businesses, and other groups to help basically partner Maine residents together so that we can carpool better. If someone doesn't have a ride, they might be able to find one. And then I also want to offer my services. If you guys would be interested in advertising these things to the town, I would be willing to help make some advertisements for that for free. All right, another topic is the Extended Producer's Responsibility Law. I gave a handout paper so that you guys could maybe familiarize with it. EcoMaine said that they reach out to all of their all of their EcoMaine communities, which Brownfield is an EcoMaine community. So I was wondering, have you heard from them about this law? No?
I have a statement in regards to this information that Chloe is giving us. I have been in touch on several occasions with EcoMaine as well as with DEP. I'm not gonna go Clink or what that stuff. What Chloe has done, I'd like a few minutes to discuss the situation in regards to the extended producer responsibility for packaging. In other words, the recycling at the transfer station. And it is specific. You do not change the recycling you're doing now. What they want to know is the money we spend to do it. They're going to get very, very detailed, and that's why I've already had several discussions with our treasurer. They want to get very detailed and find out what we are spending to do what we're doing, and they'll give us some of that back. So, as soon as Chloe gets done, I'll jump in with my stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. That was really helpful. I was just wondering, so in case I know if I have to go through my 3 pages, but I will do that so you guys understand like what it's about and why we might be interested in doing it. So a little bit of history. The Extended Producer Responsibility Law, also known as EPR, I'm going to say that because it's a really long name. The history, so it was passed by the Maine legislature in July of 2021. It was amended by the Board of Environmental Protection in June of 2025, and the first municipality participation may begin in late 2026 with first ever reimbursements of the program expected in fall of 2027. So I'm going to be reading a little section that I took off the EPA's website about the law. The program shifts the cost of managing packaging waste from taxpayers to the producers of packaging materials. Producer fees are based on the amount of packaging sold in or into Maine and whether the material is readily recyclable. This structure encourages producers to reduce unnecessary packaging and use materials that are easier to recycle. The fees are also structured to incentivize environmentally preferable packaging attributes, including the use of post-consumer recycled content, reduced toxicity, litter reduction measures, and accurate labeling. Reimbursements to participating municipalities are based on the median cost of managing packaging materials rather than a straight reimbursement of actual costs, creating an incentive for efficient waste management practices on the part of the municipality, which would be the town. Funds of the Packaging Stewardship Fund that are not used for municipal reimbursements or program administration are invested in recycling infrastructure, waste reduction initiatives, and public education in Maine, consistent with Maine's solid waste hierarchy. The program does not ban packaging materials or establish packaging design standards. Producers may continue using packaging of their choice that meets product performance and regulatory requirements. However, packaging that is less recyclable or contains toxic materials may result in higher payments than other packaging that is considered more recyclable or less toxic. That would be to the producer. So the producer would be paying more if their packaging is toxic. The program also provides ongoing opportunities for municipalities, producers, recyclers, and other interested parties to participate in recurring decision-making related investments, alternative collection programs, and determinations of readily recyclable materials. So basically, what does this mean for the consumer, who would be us? Imagine you're going to the store, you really need milk. So you buy like a carton or a glass bottle of milk. So first, you pay for the milk. You drink all the milk's gone. Then you need to pay to get rid of the container that the milk came in. You are currently paying for the essential item, then you're paying again to get rid of waste created by the essential item. We didn't ask for that waste to be created, so why are we paying twice for it? That's like paying twice for the same product. So can you imagine how much money you'd be saving if you only paid one time for essential products? So the main idea, we the consumer did not ask to pay for products more than once. So why are we doing that? By holding producers accountable, our town can get back funds previously allocated to waste disposal, allowing us to utilize these funds for other town needs. But the question is, what can we get reimbursed for? So we could get reimbursed for labor, recyclable materials by the ton, equipment, energy used for equipment, transportation, contractor services, or fees required for recycling facilities to accept materials. What does this mean for Maine residents? I'm going to be reading a little blurb written by the Department of Environmental Protection. Maine residents are encouraged to recycle through their municipalities and, once established, to participate in approved alternative collection programs. If a municipality is not currently recycling packaging materials, residents are encouraged to suggest that the municipality consult with the department regarding program participation and available investment funding for recycling education or to develop and improve their recycling infrastructure. Funding for recycling and waste management improvements will be available through the Stewardship Program for packaging and is also currently available through the Waste Diversion Grant Program. Because participating municipalities are reimbursed based on the tons of packaging materials they recycle, municipalities that recycle greater amounts of packaging material may receive greater reimbursement. Maine residents are also encouraged to support the goals of the program by purchasing products packaged in materials designated as readily recyclable and recycle that packaging through their municipality to maximize their municipality's reimbursement and save local taxpayer money. So, if we do decide that we want to participate in this law, our main goal should be to increase the amount of costs our town spends on getting rid of recyclable materials, and then decrease costs spent on materials that are being thrown away as trash. So the end goal would be high reimbursement rates, and then we would then utilize those funds again for other town needs. So whatever we spend on recycling would then be reimbursed to us, so we get that money again. And it wouldn't just be, oh, we spend money to get rid of trash. And again, I'm more than happy to sit down and go through chapter 428, stewardship program for packaging, which is outlined by the DEP, if you're interested in learning more about it. And I'm also going to offer my services to help with advertising to residents of this program. Disclaimer, still a student in university, not a pro scientist. I'm just very interested, and I think that this is a good opportunity that Brownfield should utilize.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe.
Great job.
Nice job. Chloe, what happened with the flyers?
The flyers.
Yeah, that you made.
To hang up.
To hang up, yeah.
They're still in my car. I'm moving back next week, so
Okay.
those will be up.
Awesome.
Sorry.
My apologies, health officer, I skipped right over you.
It's quite all right.